You've no doubt heard, but it's been a dramatic day. Tired of a probe that was looking more like a circus and a Bollywood lobby that tried to pass his son off as a mental case, the grieving 70-year-old father of Sushant Singh Rajput has finally had enough. 2 days ago, Mr. KK Singh filed an FIR in Patna against Sushant Singh Rajput's girlfriend, Rhea Chakrabarti, for abetment to suicide. Yes, you heard right, viewers. It's been a dramatic twist. It's Rhea Chakrabarti who is under the lens. Remember, a few days ago, in fact, she demanded a CBI probe by tweeting the Union Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah. The FIR makes startling disclosures that point allegedly to a deep-rooted conspiracy to drive Sushant Singh Rajput over the edge. Now, viewers, the charges are of a very serious nature, and it is very difficult sometimes to prove abetment to suicide. As you know, there have been cases in the past against high-profile individuals which have dragged on without any resolution. The charges, viewers, filed by Sushant Singh Rajput's father against Rhea Chakrabarti are varied, but they all point towards a big conspiracy. We have in our hands this particular complaint, on the basis of which, of course, the FIR has been filed. And I want to go straight across to Padmaja Joshi and our reporting team for more on this. Siddhant also joins us. Padmaja, first things first, go over some of the charges that have been brought by the father against Rhea Chakrabarti and what really has led to this suddenly after 43 days.
It's all boiling down to 8 charges and 7 questions which are in this complaint by Sushant Singh Rajput's father. And let me quickly take our viewers through those 8 charges and 7 questions. The key words here: Sochi Samjhi Sazish. It was a premeditated conspiracy, says his father, by Rhea Chakrabarti and her relatives. Second, मेरा बेटा जहां रह रहा था उसे घर ये छुड़वा करके कहकर छुड़वा दिया गया कि इस घर में भूत प्रेत है. He was made to leave his house and move into a resort at the insistence of Rhea Chakrabarti. Third, her family and Rhea Chakrabarti वो मेरे बेटे से कहते रहे लगातार कि तुम बहकी बहकी बातें करते हो, तुम्हारे दिमाग पर कोई प्रभाव दिक्कत है, तुम्हें अच्छे इलाज की जरूरत है. Kept trying to convince him through reiteration that he had a problem and that he needed medical help. Fourth, and this is very startling, सुशांत सिंह को इलाज के बहाने अपने घर मुंबई में ले गई और वहां उसको ओवरडोज दवाइयां दी गई. They tried to get him to overdose. Fifth, they grabbed his valuables and phone. सुशांत की सब चीजों को अपने कब्जे में ले लिया. Distance him from his family. That is charge number 7. कई बार सुशांत ने मुझसे बात करने की कोशिश की पर उसका फोन ले लिया गया. And finally, they said that when Sushant did get access to a phone number, and that phone number is given here, कभी-कभी सुशांत से नए नंबर से बात हो जाती थी. सुशांत ने मुझे बताया कि ये लोग मुझे पागल खाने में डालना चाहते हैं, मैं कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. And finally, it says, and this is very, very important, where they say, where he talks about a bank account which had 17 crore rupees in it, and he says that from this bank account, 15 crore rupees was taken, 15 crore रुपए निकला है. इस खाते से पैसा ऐसे खातों में ट्रांसफर हुआ है जिनसे मेरे बेटे का कोई लेना देना नहीं था. So other than all of these issues about mental health, there is a very, very damaging accusation of money to the tune of 15 crore rupees being transferred to accounts not related to Sushant.
That's why the charges under IPC are serious. 306, abetment to suicide; 380, theft in the house; 420 IPC, cheating and dishonesty, criminal breach of trust; 406, and section 341 of the IPC, wrongful restraint and confinement, 342. And I want to quickly go across to Siddhant. Siddhant, there has been talk that Rhea and her family somehow eyed as well as grabbed the various assets of Sushant Singh Rajput. Can you elaborate on this?
Well, that's right, Rahul. These are the allegations made by the family member and especially Sushant's father, KK Singh. Now, in the statement, as Padmaja rightly mentioned, that he has made series of allegations, and same has been found in Mumbai Police's investigation as well. Rahul, it has been found in an investigation that when Riya was in Europe for an ad film shoot, she used Sushant Singh's credit card for shopping and her personal expenditure. Not just that, we have also been told that she and her brother both are director in Sushant Singh Rajput's 3 companies. Now, the financial details of those companies are currently with Mumbai Police and even with Bihar Police as well. Now, the third and the most important one is that Sushant and Riya were in a living relationship, and same has been alleged by Sushant's father that Sushant was kept in a captivity and he was given drug overdose. This is what Sushant's father has mentioned in FIR. He is referring to the same period when Sushant was in a living relationship with Riya. Then they had a breakup. Allegedly, they had a breakup, reportedly, and then Sushant came back to his Bandra residence where he was living with his other friend. Now, one also very interesting point that has come up here: Sushant has a bodyguard who was very close to Sushant Singh Rajput. Under Riya's pressure, Sushant sacked that bodyguard on 22nd of March. And last but not the least, Riya has also kept one of her close associate as Sushant's household help. So this has been found in Mumbai Police's investigation, and same has been found in Bihar Police's probe as well. Now, Rahul, I would like to highlight this for our viewers that Bihar Police teams were in Mumbai, and they might not agree to what I'm saying at this point in time, but they have interrogated some of the people also related to Sushant Singh's case without Mumbai Police knowing about them being present in Bombay and interrogating the people related to the case. So it is very unprecedented, and now the fact remains, as Bhaptosh was rightly mentioning, there is a possibility that Bihar Police can refer the case to, by taking 0 FIR, Bihar Police can transfer the case to Mumbai Police, or directly case can be given to central agency to probe this entire
Let me
matter.
go across
Back
to Dr.
studio.
Subramanian Swamy, who joins the broadcast. Dr. Swamy, good evening. Thank you for speaking to me. Wanted to ask you straight off the bat. Now, it's been 43 days or so. The police hasn't been able to, at least the Mumbai police hasn't been able to discern all of these issues, even after questioning Riya Chakrabarti and her brother. What do you think is the issue?
The issue is that the Bombay police is complicit as far as the Bollywood is concerned. They have been socializing with them. They have been interacting with them. They have been having cocktail parties with them. And that's why I asked CBI inquiry, because it will be very difficult for the Mumbai police to be objective in dealing with this matter, particularly since the past record of people dying in Bollywood under mysterious circumstances has been that it's all got hushed up. And this would have been also hushed up because I did not come in till July 9th into the picture. After people whom I've known, after all, I've been a member of parliament from Bombay in the Lok Sabha for two terms. And I know enough people in the Bollywood even today. So I have got the information that this was indeed an attempt to finish him off because he had become too independent. And he was not an ordinary person. He had a good academic record. He scored very well in the national examination for the Delhi School of Engineering. He had an offer from the Stanford University also. And then he goes into the films, and in a very short time, he shoots up like a rocket. And therefore, the cartel, which has been getting stronger and stronger in Hollywood, decided that he was too dangerous to be allowed to set an example to other people. So that's what I think. Therefore, there was a need for a CBI inquiry, and I think now it's become inevitable after what the Bihar police has done.
Who is this cartel, Dr. Swamy, according to you?
Cartel is a set of directors, producers, actors, in which I've named in publicly the 3 Khan Musketeers.
I see. So you believe that they were trying to block his mercuric rise in
No,
in
he was not playing ball with them. He was not one of them. Because he didn't follow their discipline. Therefore, they targeted him. They've done that with other people also.
So when you say that he had become too independent, what do you exactly mean?
That he came in and he got three offers in the beginning, and he's shown in all of them. And he was not compliant when they called him to carry out certain chores or certain tasks. He just declined. He became too independent. That's what I mean.
Do you believe that he had perhaps some sort of a pre-existing condition, mental condition that predisposed him towards depression or something? I mean, that's what a lot of people have been saying. And we've been speaking to so many established Bollywood stars, actors, etc. And they all sort of even tweeted that he was very disturbed mentally because he was a chronic depressive.
Let them give evidence to the police. We'll find out how credible that is after that. Just talking to you is not enough. They must tell the police. We have evidence that he was a mental case. In fact, that was the whole game plan of this Riya Chakravarti, along with her other associates whose names will come out very soon, that he should make him feel that he is abnormal. That's what the father says, that he couldn't even make his own phone call. And ultimately he got some, in fact, I have information which I have shared with the Bombay police that he had 50 SIM cards because he was getting threat calls on those phones which were known phones of his. And he was often sleeping in an automobile, in his own car, not in his own house. So there are so many other things that need to be investigated. But the fact is, they can't be investigated by the Bombay police. It has to go to a central police, and that would be the CBI.
Now, you've written letters, in fact, to the centre, to the Prime Minister, if I'm not mistaken.
Letters?
Yes.
One letter.
Yeah, yes, one letter demanding a CBI inquiry. What's been the response, and why do you think the government has been dragging their feet over this, at least at the centre?
I wrote on the 15th of July, and I think about a week later, the PM acknowledged the letter, and the general administrative procedure is that if of all the so many thousands of letters per day that come to the PM, including from MPs, when he acknowledges it, it means that he has sent it for a report. And I'm sure that he will act on that report as soon as he gets the report from his bureaucracy.
Why do you think Dr. Swamy, the father, waited 43 days? We're trying to contact, of course, his family to get a clear answer then. But why do you think he waited 43 days?
They were all scared, and justifiably so. If it weren't for the spontaneous uprising of his fans, if it wasn't for media coverage, I don't think he would have got the nerve to do anything. In fact, I may say that one of his relatives I had contacted because I knew him, and he told me, this is in the very beginning. He said, I don't want to speak about anything, and they will find out that you told me, and I'll be dead. So there was absolute fear, and that's what on which basis this cartel was operating.
That's a big disclosure, Dr. Swamy. The fact that you spoke to one of his relatives and they said that, look, we're scared, we'll be dead, I'll be dead, they told you. Now, So are you saying that actively this entire cartel not only threatened Sushant Singh Rajput, but also his family consistently, so that they would not muster the courage to take the next logical step, which was to file this case?
Absolutely. That they did, and they are connected with the mafia in Dubai. So it's all ISI of Pakistan. There's a rotten stench there in the Bollywood. It needs to be cleaned up as a consequence of this investigation. If it leads to a cleanup, it's good for the country.
Well, Dr. Swamy, Times Now has been exposing also, of course, connections, deep-seated connections between various Bollywood stars and agents that work at the behest, really, of the Pakistani deep state. That's what we are being told by intelligence agencies. And what you're saying sort of begins to fit a pattern.
Absolutely. And I'm speaking to Times Now only because I've been seeing your exposés, and I am impressed by your ability to put it out in the public domain.
Thank you, Dr. Swami. We'll, of course, continue down this investigative route here on Times Now, viewers. Thanks indeed, Dr. Swami. Big revelations coming in. Kajal, the family scared. The family fears for its life also. Dr. Swami having spoken, in fact, to some of the family members in the initial parts of this investigation. And now, finally, clearly, they've had enough. And they've said, we're going to risk it all, but we need justice for Sushant Singh Rajput.
Has actually come out and rather taken matter in their own hands is what we can say right now. Remember, the family had expressed its reservations about Rhea Chakrabarti right from the first day, and she was one of the first few to be called for questioning. But given the fact that there was a lot of noise being made about nepotism, the Mumbai police decided to call big names of Bollywood instead of focusing on this angle, perhaps. And now the family wants to, speak about this angle itself, and it has registered a case in Bihar itself. Some might argue that given the fact that Siddhant's sister lives here in Mumbai, why didn't the family approach the Mumbai police itself? But we do not know what exactly was the logic as to why they went to Bihar. But clearly, it perhaps shows some sort of lack of confidence or perhaps, ease of filing it in Bihar. We do not yet know. But yes, they have approached the Bihar police now, and the Bihar police is right now in Mumbai trying to get a handle of what they need to investigate.
Okay, Kajal, this is very big. Padmaja, do you believe that on the back of the questions that we've asked and what Dr. Subramaniam Swami has been saying, there is a case now, a big case, to be made against the establishment or the system in Bollywood?
It does raise a very big question mark about the kind of investigation that has happened so far, Rahul. In fact, we've been reporting on our channel that the family members were not very confident with the Mumbai police probe. They've been asking for a CBI investigation. Multiple other voices have also chipped in asking for a CBI investigation. And now this latest complaint only makes that appeal, that demand, the grounds for that demand stronger, considering that there are two very different stories. One is about him being bullied by the Bollywood lobbyers or the Bollywood mafia that some are calling it. And on the other, here is a more personal relationship where there was also an aspect of mental and financial fraud.
Financial fraud, bullying, call it what you want. Viewers, I ask always the most direct questions. And let's open this out. Thanks indeed. We're going to come back to our reporters in a short time, but I just want to go straight across and ask the most basic bottom line questions. I don't pull my punches, viewers, as you know. Has the police acted so slowly in this case? I mean, 43 days, Shazia Ilmi, 43 days. Can you believe it? There's been a circus going on in Bollywood. One well-heeled actor, director after the other is being summoned as if, you're going to have some sort of big, recitation competition with some of them or some sort of a big, I don't know what the police was staging here. And you have a situation that a man, and I'm going to ask you this, is it because Sushant Singh Rajput is not connected to big families of Bollywood that this case was being taken lightly? Simple question.
Well, absolutely. I mean, 43 days and it took Bihar police to come up with basic facts about the unspeakable torture, mental, psychological, that Sushant endured. And not just that, for the insistence that came along with Maharashtra police's statements that this was a suicide. I mean, that's how we got the news. Sushant Rajput has committed suicide. How did the police know? And every time there is a suicide, you register a complaint and you find out what led to it. I think it's so important to talk about abetment to suicide. It's not enough just to talk about depression. And even if somebody has suffered from a depression or some kind of a mental disorder, what was happening to lead him to the brink, to this stage? And I think it's a combination of many things. I think there was a cabal totally working against him. He was scared for himself. His family was scared for him. There's this nasty piece of work, this Rhea, from what I hear, who was torturing him. He was being kept in captivity, so to speak. So these things have to be looked into. If a person commits suicide or it looks like a suicide, You have to go behind and delve into the
So I'm
news.
asking. I'm
can't
asking this
just-
question. Samir
So
Soni,
why
let me
not?
bring this question out straight to you. Samir Soni, has the police acted so slowly in this case because Sushant Singh Rajput is not connected to big families of Bollywood? Straight question. Now, I think the bias is clear, the prejudice is showing.
Look, honestly, I really don't know anymore what the truth is because we assess the truth from what we are told, right? In the beginning, we were told that police said it's suicide. We all mourned about it and said it was really sad. There was a whole narrative about him being bipolar and blah, blah, blah. And
Who
we
put
said
that
we-
narrative out? Who put it out?
Obviously, the police, I guess.
No,
They
not
were
the
ones who
police.
are-
The moment he died, I remember, the moment he died, within minutes, Twitter was flooded with all sorts of actors claiming, oh, I wish you had told us because we knew you were going through a mental disorder, breakdown, etc. Sorry, I wish we had been there. I wish we had been
No.
giving you the big shoulder. I mean, that is the narrative. Convenient
Rahul, okay.
narrative. Blame it on the man and his mental illness. Yes.
No, okay. Let me finish. So this is what I gathered from what I've heard on the news and everything. There were reports about doctors and stuff. But having said that, suddenly there's an onslaught of information that's coming out about his pictures and everything. And honest to God, I don't know what to believe anymore because it's what seemed like a straightforward case is become really murky now. And on one hand, you have the police still hanging on to what they believe in. And here there is ample of evidence that there's something murky going on, which
So I
needs
want
to
to
be
ask you
investigated.
then, Mr. Soni, do you think those that in the immediate aftermath of the suicide started pointing towards mental disorder were wrong? That they were trying to perhaps muddy the waters in the very beginning and now there's some clarity?
Rahul, I don't know what to believe. On
That's
one,
easy?
it
That's convenient?
No.
Wouldn't you
No,
say
no,
that's
no.
convenient? Come on, take a position.
No. Hang on.
Yeah,
I will not take a
Right.
position for the sake of taking a position. I am saying, given the information that is right now, things are looking extremely suspicious. But now, again, I'm confused because on the one hand, you have this thing of underworld mafia murder, and now there's a bet into suicide. So I'm again confused. But yes, it needs to be looked into, really, because it's not an open shut case what you're made to believe. I mean, it's as simple as that.
No, it's quite simple. It's quite simple. Ishkaran Bhandari, let me bring you in. Okay, stay on with me. Stay on with me, Mr. Soni, stay on with me. Let me bring in Ishkaran Bhandari. Mr. Bhandari, it's very, very strange here. Because I remember the flurry of tweets. In fact, there were industry insiders that said that he was actually going through a mental breakdown months before he contemplated suicide, that he was actually a gone case. He had withdrawn so much that he was no longer in touch with anybody from his fraternity. Some people even said that he was arrogant, you see, and that's why he was denied roles. It wasn't because there were people who were insecure because of his mercurial rise, as Dr. Subramaniam Swamy is saying. What do you think is happening? I mean, is this particular group, this Bollywood, lobby, etc., culpable? We've seen and we've been exposing the ties they have, some of them, to all sorts of shady, dodgy characters who are undermining the national security. I mean, this is a life of one individual. It's small change for them.
Rahul, I have been working on this issue since 1st of July and it's public record. One of my letters to Mumbai Police, Navika ji carried live, where I said that you have not even sealed the flag. And I'm thankful to your channel that you carried the letter live, a letter dated 15th July. It's a matter of record. So I have been studying this case since day one, and once I started studying, because the audiences were contacting me that there is something wrong which is happening in this Sushant Singh Rajput case, because in 10 minutes we had a barrage of PR saying he was mentally disturbed and he committed suicide. I started looking at it in first week of July because the fans, the public refused to believe it. And once I looked in the case deeply, and I've been looking at it for now 20 days, 3 or 4 things I will tell you. First, you find an unnatural death, and immediately the version comes out through PR agencies that he was bipolar, that he had mental problems. Also, we had versions coming out that he was financially broke and he could not even pay his staff salary. That broke and you can't pay your domestic household staff. Third, we heard that he shouldn't say he was arrogant, pura pagal ho chuka tha. And these are all record big people saying it. So once I started studying it, I wrote to Mumbai Police saying, please tell me, have you seen the electronics? There are statements on record that he had 50 SIM cards. Whom was he running away from? That he had 50 SIM cards. This is is not ordinary behavior. Then I wrote, did you do forensics? You came into a flat, you see somebody who's young, doing this, dead in a mysterious manner. Did you follow the procedure? Did you collect the tower data? There was a party at its place. Did you connect the tower data? Who all was at the party? Whom messaged whom? Whom called whom? Why suddenly, and please remember, it wasn't even said he's found dead of alleged suicide. All
Yes.
news reports of that time were he's dead of suicide. Not
Yes,
alleged suicide,
exactly.
not mysterious death, not requiring investigation. We will investigate and tell you. Suicide case closed, it was out of memory. The public of India refused to let it out of memory, and one day I said a campaign that let's do a digital DR to say we will fight for justice. It has 2 million posts in 24 hours. It was my call. 2 million posts. That is how angry the public was, because it was being whitewashed. It was being quietly buried. For what reason? We all know. It was shocking, and I'm happy that the cookie has started to crumble. Facts have started to come out. He was, and the same rumors we have seen in other cases that somebody was called having lupus and this and that. And Spanda Pushkar case, very, very, have covered it extensively. So when you see organized PR moving, not calling it alleged suicide, not calling it suicide, calling it suicide because mentally kharab tha, bipolar tha, then you know it is a narrative. And narrative which is pushed through an organized machinery.
Well,
We need
it's
to
shocking.
dismantle that machinery.
Organized machinery worked to create a justification. I mean, that's shocking. Yes, I'm coming out to you, Mr. Soni. Quick response to Ishkaran Bhandari. I mean, he is speaking his mind today like an independent observer. You are still hedging your bets, Mr. Soni. I know you're an insider in Bollywood, I'm sure. But nonetheless, today we've got to stand up for the right thing. Come on.
Okay,
Our
Rahul,
father is fighting for justice today.
Okay, Rahul, I agreed to come on this show because I have some respect for you
Yes.
and your integrity that you allow me to speak. Okay?
Of course.
I have no vested interest anywhere. I'm telling you, there were stories that were put all over media, newspapers, everything, talking about his suicide. So we believe that. I don't know. I mean, Sushant is not going to call me personally, so I have no idea to believe that they're lying. But now, having the information that's come out, it seems extremely dubious and needs to be looked into. I can cite hundreds of articles that have come out saying from the sources of police, this is mentioned. Police said 3 psychiatrists came and they said that. Police said this. So who do you believe? Now you're telling me something else and I'll believe you. And I'll say, okay, if his parents are saying that, it looks extremely murky and it needs to be investigated. I mean, it's crystal clear.
Okay, crystal clear. Fine. I think Mr. Soni, in all fairness, I think in Mr. Soni, in all fairness, is genuinely confused. He's one of those who is now saying that perhaps it was too premature to go by the older versions, and now...
Let me finish, Rahul. Please, let me finish, okay? I have nothing to gain. I came out in the beginning because in the news all over, whoever was responsible to start the news, it was mentioned mental health. I feel strongly about mental health, so I spoke about it, right?
Okay.
Then the picture started coming out and all these theories came out. And then you said, oh, maybe that is possible. Maybe that is murder. Maybe that strap is not that thread. It could be something harder. That's a definite possibility now, right? So I think it needs to be investigated. But I don't know how now suddenly Underworld has come, ISI has come. I don't know how that matches up. But one thing is for sure, it needs to be investigated. If we think Maharashtra police cannot do it, then CBI should take it over. It's as simple as that.
Here is Samir Soni taking a view that seems to suggest that there is now dwindling faith in the capacities of the police. Forget about their intention, etc. At least in the capacities of the police. And I think Mr. Soni makes a good point there. Just stay on with me. Let me go across to Bheem, one of our viewers calling in from Bengaluru this evening. Bheem, what's your point of view today?
Yeah, Rahul, see, as I listen to this, to me, this case appears like a virus mutating itself into different shapes and different times every now and then.
Okay.
So whatever story we had till now, the entire scenario has changed. Now you're bringing in different angles. The headlines of the caption of the news says that, okay, somebody is trying to grab his millions of rupees or whatever. Now, what are we up to? Or like somebody said, I think Mr. Soni, that, okay, whom to believe is the question.
Okay, who to
You're saying
believe?
Something. The facts are
Clearly,
the question is,
as I'm saying, public faith dwindling in the investigative agencies here. Perhaps we need a new investigative agency to step in. I'm coming out to Ishkan 1 second. Vikram also calling in from Siliguri. Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rahul, actually, may I speak in Hindi?
Yes, please.
या बात ऐसा है विगत 40-45 दिन से तो ये सिनारियो देख रहा हूँ
जी
बट ये सिंपल एक क्वेश्चन मेरे माइंड में या जनरली मेरे दोस्त या कोई भी whoever has seen this thing of Sushant, it's a clear cut murder.
Murder.
It's
Okay.
a clear cut murder and the police is not getting the point. Why I don't know. It's a
Why
hand in
you don't
glove
know?
with Police in this.
Well,
I don't
when we
know.
spoke to Dr. Subramanian Swamy, he says because the police in Mumbai parties with Bollywood, there's very close associations. We've had senior police officers who've in fact written books where they have talked about it. There have been authors who have talked about the close linkages. I remember a very, very good book that was written on the Maximum City. Talked about the deep linkages. I just want to go straight across to Arun Bakshi, another actor who's joined us. Mr. Bakshi, would you say today that the system stands indicted after the father of Sushant Singh Rajput has taken the step that he has taken finally, risking perhaps his life, if one was to believe Dr. Subramanian Swamy a short while back?
सर वो एक फादर है, पेरेंट है, पापा है, उसका जो बच्चा है उसको इस तरह से या तो मारा गया है, जो भी हुआ है, हर एक आदमी की अपनी थियरी है. आई डू अप्रिशिएट द फादर, बड़ा सिंपैथेटिक है. हेलो, आर यू गेटिंग मी सर?
आई एम गेटिंग यू.
Hello.
आई एम गेटिंग यू, बट यू नीड टू आंसर अ
Sir,
क्वेश्चन. क्या आपको लगता है, Bakshi Saab, do you believe that those people, and now look, Ishkaran Bhandari has talked about an organized PR that worked in the initial stages to spread misinformation. Do you believe there was an organized attempt to suppress the conspiracy behind, alleged conspiracy behind Mr. Rajput's death?
सर लगता भी ऐसा है, बिल्कुल लगता ऐसा है कि कुछ ऐसा है, या तो दाल काली है या दाल में कुछ काला है, कुछ तो है जिसकी पर्दादारी है. आई मस्ट से ही इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट, और पूरी दुनिया को कंफ्यूज करके रखा हुआ है. अगर पुलिस आज की डेट में इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रही है, बॉम्बे की पुलिस कर रही है, और पूरा सिस्टम जो है वो हाइपर हो गया है, अस्थमेटिक हो गया है. अगर वो कहता है कि यस वी वुड लाइक टू हैव सीबीआई इंक्वायरी, तो लेट्स गो फॉर सीबीआई इंक्वायरी. लेट्स रिक्वेस्ट द प्राइम मिनिस्टर, होम मिनिस्टर, उनसे रिक्वेस्ट किया जाए कि
Sanjay Hegde, the time, senior advocate Sanjay Hegde also with us. Do you believe the time has come for a CBI inquiry? Mumbai police acquitting himself in a manner where it's losing credibility by the moment?
Well, the question of a CBI inquiry would arise if there was permission from the Maharashtra government into granting it. Be that as it may, I've been listening very patiently. And I, as a lawyer, cannot see the criminality. There is tragedy, yes. Tragedy is one thing, but criminality cannot be there in this case. On the 14th of June, when this man committed suicide, there are witnesses who said that he had his breakfast, then he went into the bedroom, locked himself, he committed suicide. There was a post-mortem. The post-mortem does not show a homicidal death. The circumstances which led the man to suicide, is there a case for abetment to be made out? Now, if you look at 107 of the IPC, which defines abetment, none of the ingredients which make out a case for abetment are there. The father today has filed a case where abetment to suicide is one of the sections mentioned. There is, even after reading the FIR, there is no case made out that Ms. Chakravarti actually abetted it. She may have defrauded the man. The man could have taken whatever action he wanted in his life. His successors are also entitled to take legal action to recover the money. But to say that she instigated him to commit suicide which is an essential element of the crime of abetment, that is not made out.
Ishkaran Bhandari.
Rahul, this case wasn't discussing its abetment to suicide or murder. The problem is that there has not been
effective investigation. I'll just give you one small example, Rahul. While you were speaking, you said alleged conspirator. Because that's a default mode. You say alleged, as any journalist would say, who knows what he's doing. But in this case, we did not hear alleged suicide. You find me one news article prior to 5-7 days before this, which said alleged suicide. In 1 hour, we had a cast iron solution, a cast iron investigation before the post-mortem also. That is not normal. That wasn't happening in this case. We were having no investigation in this case. And Mr. Hegde was on one debate with me where he suggested it should be a private investigation. CBI money should not be wasted on this case. So I do not know how to respond to him and do not want to respond to him because that is not the law of this country. Second point here is Maharashtra government. Now we have 2 different state police investigating effectively the same occurrence. So it is but natural that it will go to CBI. We are seeing that same, we will not have cross-examination of the same people by 2 different agencies operating on 2 different parameters. So one thing is very clear, the investigation itself, the process of investigation itself is so dubious, so murky that we need a central agency to investigate this entire thing.
First reactions coming in from the Mumbai police viewers. I just want to go straight across. Yes, I'm just coming out to you, Mr. Soni. More updates coming on this story. Mumbai police sources have been speaking to Times Now and we're getting information and their first reaction. Let's go straight across for more on this. Yes, Siddhant, what can you tell us? Kajal, what can you tell us? Okay, we're getting information. Bihar police approached us late today. Is what we are being told because obviously 2 days ago, an FIR had been lodged, or at least a complaint had been filed. We were told also that Bihar police visited Mumbai, or certainly landed up in Mumbai. That is what we are being told. I just want to connect straight across to our reporters on this big first reaction from the Mumbai police. Siddhant, yes, go ahead. Mumbai police speaking to you, sources at least. Give us a quick insight.
Well, that's right, Rahul. I have managed to speak to some of the officers in Mumbai Police. They are completely tight-lipped officially, but unofficially they told me that since Crime Branch is the nodal agency of Mumbai Police, the teams have come late in the evening. The same time, Times Now was the first to break that Bihar Police met Mumbai Police, and because it was late in the evening, so we had requested them to come tomorrow with a fresh request for the logistical support. Now, Rahul, my sources are also telling me that Bihar Police wants Mumbai Police to hand over the case diaries as well as provide women constable for the investigation. Now we don't know what is the reason to ask for women constable first. Bihar Police has also asked for a backup teams from Bihar to be present in Bombay. This is also my sources are confirming, Rahul. And the fact also is, Rahul, that the last late evening Bihar Police interrogated one of Sushant's friend in Lokhandwala area of Andheri West. This has been confirmed to me by my sources. Back to the studios, Rahul.
Okay, so that's very big. Sushant Singh Rajput's friend interrogated in Lokhandwala by the Bihar police team. That's very big. Let me get a lawyer's perspective on this. 1 second, Mr. Soni. Let's just get a quick lawyer's perspective on this developing story. Aarti Sathe joining us. Aarti Sathe, what do you make of this? This entire sudden appearance of the Bihar police? The jurisdiction, will there be an issue there, a clash, and will it only be resolved if a central team now takes over this case?
Well, insofar as the filing of an FIR is concerned, those provisions are really there under Section 154 of the CRPC. And the way the section reads is that if it's a cognizable offence and the victim or the people connected with the crime do have a chance to file an FIR, or people who know about the crime can file an FIR. That's what Section 154 of the CRPC says.
Right.
However, in this case, though Sushant's father was not really there at the time of the crime, or in that sense, we can say that he's involved in the crime because he's a close kin of Sushant, and as a result thereof, he may have information on the basis of which he could make this complaint or go to the Bihar police to file an FIR. Insofar as the jurisdiction is concerned, one can really take a plea that since Mumbai police is seized of the matter and is carrying out investigation, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Mumbai police still has filed an FIR. I'm still not sure of that, but correct me if I'm wrong.
No, they haven't.
So, yes. So Mumbai police is still really only conducting the investigation. There is a concept now which has also been introduced of a concept called a zero FIR, whereby the jurisdiction really doesn't come into play. And anybody who is in the know of the crime, and in this case, Sushant's father, can really file an FIR in Bihar police station, and the Bihar police station really does not number that FIR, and the matter then gets transferred to the Mumbai police, who then takes really cognizance of that FIR. So under that, the jurisdictional issue could be sorted out. So really, Sushant's father, being in the know of the crime under Section 154 of CRPC, could file an FIR is what I can really say.
More breaking news coming in. Riya Chakravarti calling in her team of lawyers to consult them. There is a huddle. And obviously, if the Mumbai police is now seeking all sorts of basic facilities, there could be the prospect of questioning once again of Riya Chakravarti. Let me go across to Arunil. Arunil, yes.
Well, a legal angle has been pursued by Riya Chakraborty. A team of lawyers has reached her residence, we understand. In fact, this is extremely significant, Rahul, considering that it is same Riya Chakraborty who had basically asked for a CBI investigation in this entire matter. She had also sought justice for her former boyfriend, Sushant Singh Rajput. However, now she is under the radar, considering the family has filed a case against Riya Chakraborty, and now legal options have been pursued by Riya Chakraborty and her family as well. Okay. And a team of Bihar police is in the city of Mumbai. We understand that they have been there in the city of Mumbai since 2 days and doing their parallel investigation. They also spoke to one of the friends of actor Sushant Singh Rajput, and now they have formally approached Mumbai police, and tomorrow we can expect this matter to be carried forward between the two police teams from Bihar as well as from Mumbai police.
Okay, very quickly, Mr. Soni, I need to move on. Yes, quickly make your point. Yeah.
My point is that I can hear the echo. I was looking in Google and whatever just to find out what exactly, how did we find out? I found out the articles on June 14th itself, in which a leading newspaper said that police has declared that Sushant Singh Rajput, a 34-year-old actor, has committed suicide on June itself, on the day of the incident, and investigation is going on. So you don't blame us, because that was said from day one. We were made to believe that. And now we've heard stories that even that when his door was open, the police was there.
Well, let me tell you, Mr. Soni, look.
I just want to make a small point.
Yes, Shazia and me.
So two things, Rahul. First of all, if there is instigation or abetment or circumstances that lead to a man being pushed to the brink to commit suicide, that is indeed punishable. And we're finding ample evidence. Secondly, within minutes of a death of a person, why was the Mumbai police so keen to pronounce it a suicide?
Well, that's the moot question. Now look, Shazia Ilmi, you have Dr. Swami who's saying that the Mumbai police.
I have another problem with the media and also a lot of people and about how to talk about mental health issues. Just because we know or somebody has a mental health issues which is connected to suicide, do we know how common mental health issues are? I have so many friends who have a bipolar disorder. All of us go through pressure at some point of time or the other. So even if we know about it or if somebody goes to
they're eminently treatable. And you can absolutely
stigmatize them.
No, absolutely not. And I think you make a very valid point there. Very, very valid point. I think there's been a push. There's been a push. Now, whether it's organized, whether it was on the back of individuals who wanted to wash this off their conscience, I don't know. None of us know. But there was an attempt to lead this narrative down a path that seemed to suggest that the case is shut on the day when Sushant Singh Rajput committed suicide. No one wanted to get into why. Many people faulted him, in fact. And that's the convenience that is worrying, actually. It's this attempt to let's quickly close the door. Let's quickly move on. Let's not look back, because we might find a skeleton or two.
It could be a murder. We still don't know if it's
We don't know.
suicide.
We
It could
don't
be a
know.
murder.
You're absolutely right. No
It could
one
be
knows
murder.
anymore. And it's worrying that 43 days into this, because of presumptions, and perhaps because of a curated attempt to push the news in a particular direction, we might have lost time. Now, I just want to go back to Ishkaran Bhandari. Time allows for collection. Timeliness allows for collection of evidence. But when time passes, you got a problem. You got a big problem.
Absolutely. We all know how the first few hours of investigation are extremely important.
Yes.
And that's why I said, why was this narrative hammered through of suicide, of mental health, of bipolar? And
Let me tell you also, Ishkaran Bhandari, the Maharashtra government, lots of politicians in that government that have vested interest in Bollywood. Let's not forget that. There are a lot of politicians that have a vested interest. They also want this to blow over. Let me tell you, and it's not exactly a one-man government there. There are 5 stakeholders in that government that pull it in different directions. So we don't quite know what is exactly happening within government and why they're being so obdurate in the face of what has been public reaction for a CBI probe. Now, just hold on. I want to go straight across to Harish, who is a viewer tuning in from Mumbai. Mr. Harish, go ahead, sir.
Rahul, first thing I would like to object a few of your panelists calling out as alleged suicide.
Yes.
Certainly not.
Okay.
This has to be termed as mysterious death.
Mysterious death.
One. Yeah, very clear.
Okay.
Hats off to Ishkaran, who has been propagating this, and the loss of evidence or the evidence would have been destroyed.
Yes.
By now, 43 days have passed.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. You're right. It's a big setback, very big setback. And I think someone is benefiting from all of this. Shivansh also joining us from Dehradun. Sir, go ahead with your point of view this evening.
Evening, Rahul.
Good evening,
Rahul,
sir.
I will take 40 seconds. I will make 5-6 points. I want everyone to listen it carefully. I have been following this since starting and since Mr. Ishkaran and Dr. Swami took over.
Yes.
This unforeseen demise conspiracy of Sushant. I don't understand why Mumbai police didn't collect DNA evidence, electronic device. Why wasn't the flat sealed and without any delay, in a fraction of seconds, they declared it a suicide? I don't understand it. Why? How can autopsy happen after legal timing? This is one of the main points I want to make it here. This doesn't flow through my gut. Mumbai police is training the investigation very well. They are giving VIP treatments to the people who are coming to summon them up. And just now, in the evening, 15 crore, we got to know that 15 crore rupees have been transferred to Kotak Bank before Sushant's death.
Well, this is again a turn. Yes, we reported that. Yeah, it's another turn. And viewers, this case is far from over. This case is far from over. Let's just hope it's been not too late, because as we know, justice delayed is justice denied, quite frankly. And in this particular case, when you have a delay like this, evidence also fritters away into crevices and cracks. And that's really the problem here. And if it is indeed the case, then there should be an investigation into this investigation and find out why is it that the police, the system, close ranks in a way to deny perhaps, or at least suppress allegedly the truth in this matter. I need to